Leia, don't do that. Leia, stop attacking the Joanne bag. Now that my cat is done attacking the Joanne bag, we can start the video. Happy New Year to you, and I'm so excited because I'm starting off the year right and sharing with you my crochet resolutions or my bucket list for this year in terms of projects I want to make. If you are not already, please follow me at WhatJubyMakes on Instagram and let's get started. If you're looking for crochet inspiration, this is probably a good video for you because these are a bunch of ideas that really want to make this year and I'm super excited about. Most of my inspiration comes from Pinterest. So yeah, first off, this is a project that I've been wanting to make for a long time and it is a patchwork cardigan. I would want to use a nice yarn for this. I've been looking for some hand-dyed yarn brands and one that stood out to me was Sorella. They recently had a huge drop of yarns that are inspired by Taylor Swift, Disneyland, Netflix shows, basically everything I like. So if I'm to get any hand-dyed yarn for this, I would probably go for Sorella. I love this idea. Patchwork cardigans blew up in 2021 and I wish I made one back then, but I was a beginner and I was terrified of garments, so didn't touch clothes for a long time. Then this is one that I originally hated the idea of when these became popular, and they're mesh tops. These are normally worn in the summer, but I've seen a lot of people layer them with tank tops and stuff so that they're a little bit warmer. I just didn't like how holey it looked. But now I'm kind of into it. It gives me like huge OBX vibes and it's very beachy, especially since I live in California. It gets really hot here and I feel like the aesthetic would go well with most of the clothes I would want to wear. I really like the idea of it, but in practicality, I don't know if I would end up making it because I hate weaving in ends. But it is a heart granny square blanket. This one is so cute and I've seen a bunch of them with different color palettes, some with green, some with red. I'll put obviously inspiration photos on the side with everything that I talk about. I would not want to sew in the ends for this. Like, I hate sewing together granny squares and just no. It's so cute though. I would probably convince myself to make it, but we'll see. On the theme of blankets, I've seen a bunch of chevron blankets and I love the aesthetic of these. Once again, very beachy. I know TL Yarn Crafts has a pattern for this and the tassels, like, oh, so cute. Plus, I would really like picking out colors for this since the stitches really highlight the color changes. I feel like this would also look good with a variegated yarn so that I wouldn't even have to weave in ends. So honestly, just 10 out of 10. Really love this idea. Definitely gonna make it during the summertime. This is one that I already made and he's sitting in the back. I wanted to make a teddy bear and there is a wonderful crochet artist here on YouTube called Maham. And she has the most adorable, like, coquette, just kind of cute, like, aesthetic. And this is one of her patterns. It's a very popular one and it's a teddy bear that is wearing the Harry Styles cardigan. And she also has a alternate version of the pattern for the cardigan where you can make the Taylor Swift folklore cardigan. I'm a huge Swiftie and I think I'm gonna make this pattern again with the folklore cardigan. This was my first time doing pixel grid and this was like my second plushie I made this year and I'm just in love with it. It started like this year starting off with like such a good start and this cardigan is mostly why I feel so good about it. I mean, just look at it, it's so cute. I absolutely love this project. I will have the video linked in the description, or honestly that you can just look it up. This is what the video looks like. It's such a good tutorial. Highly recommend. Probably gonna make it again. On the theme of pixel grid, this cardigan is made from pixel grid. It was like I said, the first time I did it, but since doing it, I've convinced myself that I want to make a pixel grid tote bag. There's a bunch of different uses for pixel grid. You can make bags, you can make tops. People have made like book covers. They also have tapestries that you can just make the pixel grid and then hang it up on the wall, which I think is really cute. I would want to make mine a tote bag and probably line it with fabric, which those are both two new things for me. I've never lined any of my projects with fabric, so looking forward to trying that. I don't know what pattern I would want to do. Probably something simple with like 2 colors, like some of the inspiration photos. This is an idea that I came up with on my own and I'm fully not sure how it would like work out in execution, but I would want to make like a weighted plushie. I have a bunch of weighted plushies myself that are not obviously crocheted, they're just regular plushies. That could be applicable to crochet and I'm thinking about maybe making a video on it, trying it out. I'm not fully sure about this idea, but let me know if you feel like that sounds interesting. This plushie designer is like my favorite at the moment, just absolutely in love with it. I want to try all of the Ren Meow, I hope that's how you say it, all of their patterns because they're popular for a reason, okay? You've probably seen this cow pattern around and I'm obsessed with it. It's so adorable and it works up really, really quickly. I made my cow out of the new Posh yarn from Joanne and it worked so, so well. And then the purple accent color is Premier Yarns from Parfait Chunky from Premier Yarns. Such a cute pattern. There's one particular pattern of theirs that I really want to try and it's the cat. I used to have 4 cats and I only have one alive and with me right now. So I feel like it'd be fun if I like crocheted all of my cats like in plushy. Like I feel like it would be so cute. I really like the idea of this because that cat pattern I can just change the coloring to match what my cats look like, so it'd be really, really fun. Then this kind of follows the idea of a temperature blanket, but instead I would probably want to make a mood blanket. I'm not sure about this, to be honest, because my mood is kind of difficult to track. I would have to write it down every single day, and if I forget, I would just have to guess. But I'm currently working on my 2023 temperature blanket and I'm a bit behind on it. As you can tell, it's now 2024. I really want to make a 2024 temperature blanket with a new color scheme, but I don't know, maybe I'll have to land on making like a mood blanket and make it a little bit smaller this year. Something like that would sounds really fun to me. And last but not least, my favorite, probably my favorite on the list, on my bucket list, I want to make a bunch of sweaters this year. I'm currently working on my very first one. The video of my process of making my first sweater is going to be up on YouTube in probably next week or something, depending on how quick I finish it. But since finally like trying it out, I really like making sweaters. It's super fun and like the idea of having something that I made is really exciting. I mean, something to wear that I made, you know what I mean? I have some blue yarn that I want to turn into a sweater and I've seen a bunch of mohair sweaters. I used to not like the look of mohair, but for some reason I feel like it looks really ethereal and like cozy and cute. Like, absolutely love it. So that is the end of all of my inspiration / crochet bucket list for 2024. Let me know what you're planning on making this year and I will see you in the next one. Bye!